Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week, another episode, episode 6 of Third Action. I am Jason, the GM that's been here this whole time, and still with me are the same 3 glass sculptures of random animals that were here last week. Here we go. Correct view. Bottom left, we've got Charlotte playing Azure Ford, Human Ranger. Directly below, we've got Greshy Ironroot, played by Will.
Hello.
And the other side, bottom right, we have Adam playing Gunn Shough.
Hey all.
And this week is, another episode. Last time we met, I believe you had a nice little dinner with what's his name? Aldrin Foxglove and Bethana Corwin, the halfling that runs that's been running the Rusty Dragon Inn that you've been staying at in town. She showed you a letter that was addressed to Ameiko Kaijitsu, the owner of the inn, that indicated some shady business going down with her brother and father, and a supposed midnight rendezvous that was going to take place tonight. You finished up your meal, went out to the Sandpoint Glassworks to try and intercept before things got nasty. In your exploration of the glassworks, you found what appeared to be a bunch of goblins and a bunch of dead bodies.
Appeared to be.
So, yes, they both appeared to be and actually were. Were not illusions, as far as you're aware.
Pretty confident about that, right?
Yes, nobody touched any of the dead bodies, but you're pretty sure.
I did. Wait, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
you just held on to one for a while before
Yeah.
you knocked it out.
I threw him on the dead bodies.
That's true.
It's gonna be a great place to wake up.
Yeah, you failed your will save on those illusions, sorry. So you found, a pile of dead bodies, a bunch of goblins that had seemingly poured molten glass on top of the face of Ameiko's father, or presumably Ameiko's father, Longiku Kaijitsu. And in the ensuing battle, one of the goblins was able to escape, make his way out of a sort of back door from the forge area of the glassworks, out and around down some stairs. You ran to give chase, but then at the top of the stairs were greeted by a man, a half-elven man.
The man we've been looking for.
The man you've been looking for.
His green-blue outfits.
Switch back to this. Switch us
No,
back to the...
He wasn't at the top of the stairs. He's somewhere downstairs, and he's like shouting up the stairs at us. Is what I remember.
We can kick him down the stairs.
There we go.
If he comes up.
Just keep pushing him down.
Okay, so he's come up to sort of the top of the stairs. We can just
He did?
barely see him. Yes. He's maybe a little bit further back. But, I did not actually get the picture ready to show you. That is a whoops on my part.
Ooh.
Let me let me grab that artwork real quick.
Well, I imagine he's got a ponytail.
Yes, he does have a ponytail.
Ah, called it.
Pointy little ears.
They could be normal-sized ears and just a little pointy. Don't make any
Giant
rash assumptions.
pointy.
Giant pointy ears. They're very large, but they're just mostly round except for a tiny little point. I'd say, he's half-elven. I'm sure that's how that works.
I don't know how ear genetics work in the Elfland.
They generally
You have to
pass
do
on the
those-
ears.
one of those square things where it's, you know, depending on the
Yeah.
genetics of the parent, it's like X and I don't know.
What
Okay,
do they
sorry about
like?
that. That was like the one thing I
Mendelbrot
forgot to
squares.
do in this prep. But here you go. I shall reveal him to you all. If you're watching
Ooh.
live, you can see what this man looks like.
His pants are green.
Yes,
His pants are green.
they're kind of like green chaps over some black jeans, a blue vest on top of sort of a white collared poofy shirt. He's got a longbow and some arrows strapped to his back. But right now he's standing at the top of the staircase with his hands in kind of like what looks like a martial arts pose, in kind of like a claw-like motion. And he asks, "Who are you?" to Gunn, who's the main person you can see there at the top of the stairs.
Ooh. Well, now I'm on the spot. I didn't have anything.
Question back.
Oh, I.
Answer his question with a question.
You only had a week
question.
to think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fine.
I'm joking.
Where is he?
So Gunn hesitates a moment.
No, so where's your sister's Tsuto?
He narrows his eyes, looks at you. His eyes turn to Asher. What's up with Greshy and Phelan? You hadn't quite made it into the room yet.
No, we were still in
in
initiative when we dropped before. So
That's
And I'm
true.
like,
can I have Greshy sneak forward?
Yeah, Greshy can kind of make his way up. Or are you gonna try and?
I would
as well?
be trying to be sneak. If I could hear that question ring out, he would be trying to sneak up to join to see if he could stand to not be noticed.
Okay, so you're gonna try and sneak up ahead, or sneak up to.
Aye.
So you can't quite see what's going on, but you can hear them talking to a figure from around the corner.
Right, and that's where if as long as it doesn't appear that Greshy's noticed, he's going to try and stay unnoticed.
Okay. But Gunn asked a question. Tsuto narrows his eyes, looks, presumably Tsuto, narrows his eyes, looks at Gunn. His eyes flick to Asher, and then he darts back down the stairs.
Oh,
And the goblin that was at his feet just kind of looks up at you all, afraid, and also runs down the stairs.
we should chase him.
we have initiative.
Not currently, but you can chase after him if you want.
Phelan, get him.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about trying to knock them into each other or knock them down the stairs if they're busy running on the stairs. I could bowl over a goblin.
You can roll initiative now if you want. If you're gonna try and catch up with them, but they immediately, as you're waiting for him to respond, he just bolts.
Yeah, if we can react to that in any way.
Sure. Give me initiative. Let's see.
Perception or
Make sure I get this right.
If you're
So I
gonna
can do
try, I would say for Gunn, if you're trying to catch him,
Kind of expected him to
yeah,
do something or
perception.
take off his
Perception.
guard up.
We'll just do perception. It's the easy.
Hey, that worked. I have a 10.
same for me?
7. It was the lowest I could roll.
Oof.
That's okay.
Oh, I didn't select my token, but that was a 20. Not a natural 20, a dirty 20.
So, okay, Greshy has a 20, Gunn has a 10, Asher has a 7. Tsuto has his character sheet. Oops, I did not link his token to his character sheet, but I have it here. His initiative bonus. Okay. He got a 23 on his initiative. And
Well, that's just
the
rude.
Goblin
That's
got a 4. Sorry, that's a
That
lie.
can be.
I can't count. Okay. So let's switch on over to some battle music.
They're not getting away so easy.
Okay, so Tsuto gets the first action. He books it down the stairs. Greshy, you're up. So he's dashed out of down the stairs, completely out of sight.
Greshy just says to Phelan to go get him before following suit. So Phelan will go first, though.
Okay.
Wow.
So Phelan rounds the corner and sees a little goblin standing there, kind of terrified and confused.
Well, he's goblin eater at this point, so he will chomp some goblin if he can. Let's see if he does. Oh, but that's only a 7 to hit.
7 will not hit the terrified goblin, unfortunately.
And that will be the end of his part.
Okay.
So then Greshy will come and join the others. His first action.
Okay, so he goes running up to the very crowded entryway to the stairs.
Like, where are the stairs actually located in this map? I can't tell.
They're where Phelan is currently.
Oh.
They're around a corner. This door here opens up to a small landing, and there's stairs going down around the corner. You can't see them currently, but you can hear them. Or you can hear people running.
All right. Well, Greshy will attempt to deal with the goblin who seems to be in the way as well. And he will just go ahead and prepare a bit of electric arc to
Okay.
zap him with his other 2 movements. I pressed it, nothing happened. That's a good sign. There we go. It should be 2 damage. It went twice. DC 17 save.
Okay. So double to succeed. That is a very low number, so that is a fail. And
It only takes 2 damage.
only 2 damage. Okay,
It didn't load the first time when I pressed it, so.
I see. Got it.
Back
Okay,
to my
little goblin gets zapped. Gunn. Followed by Asher.
My intention here is to run into this corridor and try to shove the goblin down the stairs, like as a charge, kind of.
Okay, yeah, that's an athletics check versus its athletics DC.
Okay.
So it'll be 10 plus its athletics score.
I have a total of 13. It's hard to be athletic wearing half plate.
I put the stats in the wrong spot. There we go.
You just got to be stronger.
That will beat the goblin's strength score. So you shove the goblin down the stairs. It goes, "Ah, help!" Tumble, tumble, tumble. Here, it takes a d6 of damage. Ow! You hear sound at the bottom of the stairs.
If we're lucky, it could interfere with Tsuto running away also. That's my hope.
That was worth a shot. Best
Okay,
be after
you've
him.
lost sight of the goblin as it's now tumbled down. So that's 2 actions.
That's 2 actions?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to advance down the stair. Oh, gosh. I really can't see 2 feet in front of my face, apparently.
Yes, because the stairs continue down another map. So how much movement speed do you have?
20?
20? Okay, so that's, we'll call it 5, 10, 15. You are now up in a corner of the map. Over here. And there's a little goblin at the end of the landing.
I see. Well, he didn't make it as far as I hoped, but
The stairs continue down past the goblin, but the goblin is prone on the ground. Ow, ow. It's still alive, though.
okay.
For now.
But that's your 3 actions. So, Asher.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and run down the stairs.
Okay.
If I can fit. I don't know how big.
Yes, you can.
Alright, here I go.
Okay, so that's one movement. You're now kind of right up behind Gunn.
Cool.
At
Is there enough
the-
space to
there I
pass?
am.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can
Oh,
just kind of
shit.
step over the goblin.
Yeah, I ignore
you
him.
No, just
you
step on
proceed
him.
down
Step.
down the stairs further, and you see what appears to be some hallways made of stone. To your left, around the corner, is what looks like what may have been a plastered brick wall that appears to have been torn down.
So I can choose with my limited vision.
You can try and you can do a perception check to see if you can hear which direction he ran off to.
Let's try our best to see in the dark.
It would be an action to do so, but
Yes, that's fine. I got a 19.
okay. You can make out two distinct sounds. One off to your right, off to your left, down the passageway with the broken down brick wall. You hear the sound of footsteps echoing off into the distance. A second sound you hear is to the south. You can just barely make out the thuds of somebody slamming into a door, or something slamming into a door. And a very a muffled voice.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Gunn and tell him this information. Say someone went down. I think
You went that way?
went down
Tsuto?
this way, yeah, and I point down the hallway. And then I go, and I think there's someone trapped down this other hallway to my right.
I wonder who it could be.
Also Tsuto. Obviously.
There's two of him.
My turn.
Doppelgangers and mimics.
That is your turn? Okay, so Goblin's turn. First action, it's gonna kind of lumber up to its feet. And let's take this! It's gonna draw its little shiv with one action, and for its third action, it shall strike. That is a 17 to hit your AC. Gun.
That does not hit. I have 18.
Okay, so it just stabs
Great.
into the metal plates, bending its poor little dog slicer. Okay, top of the round. Footsteps continue to echo off into the distance. And fade. Greshy.
Alright, Phelan is going to do what he was instructed to do and go get him. So Phelan will move forward up until the point where he finds the goblin. So that includes going down the stairs. He's got 14 feet of movement, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
And he will go ahead and try and put that goblin out of its misery.
Alright. Give us a bite.
Another 7. Wow. That is exactly the roll. So that's not going to go so well.
Okay, Phelan barks out, tries to snap at the goblin between Gunn's feet, but misses.
Well, and then Greshy will try and catch up. So 5, 10, 15 puts me at the top of the stairs, I guess.
Yeah, so you can see down the stairs to where Phelan and Gunn are, but you're not going to be able to fit down there.
I'm not going to be able to fit in this turn, or in this round.
You're not going to be able to fit in between them. They're all kind of crammed
okay.
up in the hall.
Can I see the goblin from here? Or
Yes, you can see the goblin.
Okay, well, gonna give him another shock to the rump, as it were. Another one of these. Another 2 damage. Did I just go on repeat or something here?
1d6 plus 0. So
It's correct.
you are
Yeah.
rolling correctly.
Yes, it does improve over time. Once I get to 3rd level, it adds my spellcasting modifier, but until then, this is correct. It's just...
Okay, this time with the benefit of screening and a good ol' 18 on the dice, The
that'll
goblin
do it.
tumbles out of the way, but does take half of that damage, so 1 point of damage. And
All right.
against all odds, it's surviving. Gun.
Keep trying though.
Tumbles out of the way. How out of the way did it tumble?
Not very, like half a foot.
Okay,
It's still there in front of you.
gotcha. Well, I'm gonna swing at it. I'm gonna smack it. I do have this sword in my hand. Seems like a 14 hit it in this situation.
A 14 will hit the terrified little goblin, slashing its poor little head off.
Oh god.
Yep. And
And its body
11 points of
falls
damage.
limp onto the floor with 11 points of damage when it only had 1 little HP.
Only failing could have gotten.
All right, you have 2 more actions.
I'm going to, as a free action, I'm going to tell Asher that we should go get Ameiko. That's probably her trapped over there. Like, must be Ameiko. Let's let her out. And I'm going to come around the corner, 20 movement, and that should get me to about here.
Okay. So you round the corner and you can see this ruined, what looks like a plastered brick wall that's been knocked down through like brute force.
Okay. I'm going to proceed about, I suppose, this far down. Turn and
Okay.
look around the corner.
So you reach the end of a hall. How much can you see? You can't see much in the dark, but you can just barely
Yep.
make out what appears to be an open doorway.
Okay.
A wooden door, quite old looking.
I'm going to-
You can't make much. You can't see much of it.
I'm going to hang out in this corner, looking down that way until something happens.
Okay. Asher.
I will go down the other hallway and look. Wait, I have to count. Okay. Oh, it's a long hallway. Second. Oh! Is this a fork?
So Asher, you make you're kind of stumbling around in the dark, looking without any real light,
Like,
trying to see anything. You stumble through the halls and see the path comes to a fork. You can turn left or you can go straight ahead. There appears to be some boxes. The
gonna
sound
go
of the
this-
thuds are coming from your left.
From my left. I will go to my left. Let's see if this is one.
Okay,
Oh.
you're
Wait.
running past it. So you keep going to your left, and you hear the sound coming from the door right there to your right in the hallway.
Okay. I think that was 3 movements, so
Yep.
that's all I
so
can do.
that is all
More or
your
less.
movement. That is the end of the round, and I'm going to go ahead and drop you guys out of initiative order.
Oh, all right.
Well, I'm guessing that Tsuto has gotten away there.
Yeah, the sound of footsteps has faded off into the distance by now. Gunn, you never heard them in the first place. Asher, you just barely heard them when you first made it down. Greshy, I assume, comes down the stairs
That was what I was about to ask.
with Phelan.
I could come and join everyone. So there's a broken wall there. While I'm at it, I'm gonna go over to Gunn and smack his shield so that he can have light. Since I don't really have a problem with that, but since they decided to run off
That's
before
good.
me.
Yep, they know we're here now, so might as well.
Yeah, not so much secret. It's alright though.
All right.
He got away?
For the moment.
It's fair.
So there's a loud thud again, Asher, against
Oh.
this door.
I'm gonna knock back.
Start moving forward.
There's another thud.
Does it sound like a feminine?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
It's hard to tell. It's pretty muffled and behind the door.
Alright.
What are we looking at?
I think that Ameiko's in this room.
Oh.
Or someone new.
Well, open the door. Let's find out.
I try and open the door.
Okay, you attempt to open the door, but it appears to be locked.
It's locked.
All right, give me just a moment. Greshy stows his staff for a moment so he can fish out his different tools for picking locks.
And try.
I have a little screwdriver here. This is my lock picking tool. That'll work.
What if I
Okay.
try to kick it?
Do you want
I
to
mean,
try
you could
try-
you could try to slam it open.
Yeah, go for it.
Athletics
I
check.
don't think it's not going to be great. Here we go. A
Sl-
19.
That's pretty good. Just like
Alright,
that kicking right above his head as he's like, grabs it.
As Greshy is like fumbling for his lockpicking kit, you back up and then run at the door and just slam it with your heel. It kind of buckles a bit. It's made of wood, and then starts to swing back open off of its hinges. And
Hey.
inside, you see the rather bruised and battered Ameiko.
Oh,
Oh no.
She is bleeding pretty badly from her arm. Both of her hands are her hands are manacled, and she's got a cloth gag tied up around her mouth, and her feet as well are tied by rope.
oh, that's not going to do. Greshy's going to move in and start undoing the different ropes and such.
Okay.
I will
Starting
move
with
to
her
the
mouth.
door as well and do a lay on hands on her.
That works.
Try and get some
Okay, how
healing.
much do you give her? Oops.
Let's find out.
Big rolls, big rolls.
5 points of health back.
Okay, 5 points of health is good because she only had one. Oh, it's you guys. What are you doing here?
We got your note, or we found your note. Bethana found your note.
Well, Tsuto's not.
Tsuto's note.
Correct. Excuse
Whatever
me.
the bastard was.
What happened to my brother?
He ran off.
Damn it. She kind of coughs, and a little bit of blood comes out. How are you guys? Are you okay?
Not great,
Could be better, but not too bad.
we
I'm
intend to
fine.
chase him.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Well,
Do I need...
it seemed like bad news. Here, I can. If I can just find my sword, I can help too. And she kind of stands up.
Give us a minute. I think he's got enough of a lead that a few more minutes is not gonna hurt us too much. And do I need to roll anything special to get the manacles off, or? Am I
Yeah,
able
just give me a thievery check.
Okay.
It's
That's
not
button,
too hard.
and that'll be a natural 1 for a total of 5, which breaks my other pick. So I've got
Was
nothing
that-
now.
You're out of lock picks.
I had 1 plus an extra, so I will have to pick up some more, which is a problem for right now.
Okay. With your bent lockpick, she frowns and, damn. Well.
Do you know where he went or what he's... We can break it?
Maybe. She maneuvers over to sort of the edge of the stone wall by the door, and just tries to slam the manacles into the stone.
Sorry, that was two sentences getting mixed up. I was asking her, do you know where he went or what he's intending to do next? And I was asking you, the DM, can we break the manacles?
Yes, but it seems like she has just broken her own manacles.
Okay, great.
So with her 21 athletics check, she slams the manacles into the stone, into a corner where the door frame is, and breaks the manacles, and they fall to the floor. And what was your question again? Do I know? Does she know what he's doing?
Yes, and where he would go.
It's a bit of a long story. He wanted me to join up with him. Said that he and some friends were planning on invading Sandpoint with even more goblins.
Friends, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. We were hoping he was the mastermind.
He might still be. He might have just recruited others who seem to have a problem.
Who are his friends?
Yeah, we're gonna have to find that out now.
Yes, I asked, do you know his friends?
No, not really. I haven't seen him in years. Ever since the last time he had a fallout with Father. She looks up at the ceiling for a moment and sighs.
Well, I don't think he'll be having any more falling outs.
Yeah, your father didn't make it. Being encased of glass will do that to you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Suppose there are worse ways to go.
I don't.
Not very many.
He didn't tell me what his plans were, just that he insisted that I join them. When I refused, he beat me up and threw me in here.
Next time, play along with it. Said the paladin.
Gunn.
I think that's my line.
She frowns. I may be good at spinning tales, but lying's not one of my strong suits.
Is she the bard?
Yes, she is the bard.
Okay.
Not all bards are liars.
Is she the bard?
Some of them play them instead. It's fine. That was a pun.
Not the paladin. Who's A-okay with lying.
What about his goblins? Are they still here?
No.
Well, any we found were dead. Did we find them all?
That's a good question. We
There's
haven't.
only got 10 of them, I think. Maybe
He
less.
took off somewhere in the basement, and so it must connect somewhere that he's planning to escape. He didn't seem to be retreating into a corner.
It's a good choice.
Does she know, or Amiko, do you know your way around down here? What is this area?
I've been to the Sandpoint. I've been to the Glassworks a few times. Well, my father ran the place. This is just the basement, I think. And she looks around.
He knocked down at least one wall, so there may be areas here and passages that you don't know about.
So you point at the wall that's torn down, and she looks out. She steps out into the hall and glances at it. Yeah, last time I was here, I think that was all sealed up.
Thing up there when you came down, or was it just like a donut? I don't know how. Just a loop.
It was just two hallways. She.
Oh, sorry. I was asking. I was asking
sorry,
Gunn because you ran. down.
Oh, you're asking Gunn. I see.
No, I just backed up to give some space in the
All right.
corridor.
Before everybody goes too far, let me, if you don't mind, I'd like to just and Greshy will start pulling out his packages of poultices and different bandages that he's made, and start trying to bandage a few people up, mostly Gunn and Ameiko. Since
Are we going to take time for that?
we've been sitting here chatting for a few minutes, I figure we can spare a good 10 for this.
I wouldn't say it's been a few minutes in game. I would have said
Oh.
less
It's
than
been
one.
maybe like 2 minutes. So if you guys want to come into this room and take some time to.
It's just a quick
Treat
bandage
wounds.
up, see if I can.
I'm okay.
You're doing fine.
I'm happy.
Some of the rest of us aren't doing so well, so.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so.
Okay, give me the medicine check.
That's a 22 total.
Okay, that looks good. Yeah. So that's your level times their con modifier.
Right. So I gain 2.
Okay.
Phelan gains enough to get back up to full. Gun gains, I'm assuming 3. Just a guess.
I'm not sure. Why am I? Oh no, I see. That's because that's of armor thing. It's plus
Right.
2.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Okay, so then you gain 2. Miko gains however many she gains from being a bard.
Okay. So you take the time to sort of bandage everybody up a bit. You can ask her more questions in this time if you want. Otherwise, she mostly just kind of thanks you all for helping her out.
Of course.
Has
Kind
your
of
brother
the rest of it.
has your brother been dabbling in necromancy? Did you know of?
Her eyes opened wide at that comment. No, not that
we
I.
faced some skeletons yesterday.
And some bodies were stolen. At least one.
Well, I know he can get in with bad crowds, but I didn't think he'd be up to necromancy.
He seems to be involved with something much bigger than you knew.
Killed your father too, so.
That's for certain. Well, maybe we can find my stuff and I can help you guys out a bit better. I feel guilty that you all came out all this way. I assume Bethana sent you.
She did.
She was the one who found the note.
She kind of smiles and shakes her head. That woman. Always trying to do the best for me, and she's saved me more times than I can count. And this is just another one of those, I guess. Okay, but you guys, you're now fully bandaged up.
Let's explore the corridors here.
Aye.
Okay, Gunn, you step out into the hall. At the
Take off.
to your right, there's an immediate door on the right-hand side.
Mhm.
But the hallway to the left continues past what appears to be another one of these broken down walls.
Okay. So these two doors, or is it one door? Is there an east
There's
door
one
and a
door.
south?
There's one door to the south of you. Just north in the hallway, there's another door on your right, and then there's a third door just past that that's open on the right.
Okay.
So open or closed door,
So there's a,
open door
I
just
see.
past it, and a closed door right next to you.
I see. Is that a door directly to my east?
No, that is just a wall.
Okay, I can't really tell based on the way the light.
Yeah, trying to
here
do
works.
the lighting is sometimes. a
Let's
bit
open
tricky.
let's just open up this door to the south and see if there's anything. Like, presumably this one just goes somewhere else in the basement that Ameiko already knows about.
Okay, you attempt to open this door, but it appears to be locked.
Okay. He could have stuffed her gear in there, so
Could break it down.
I think we should break it down. I think this place, I don't think she'll mind in the current circumstances. Give it the old athletics kick or check.
Okay. Yeah,
Athletics
roll
check.
athletics.
Not very good.
Oh,
Oof.
Got a 5.
Okay, you shoulder check the door, and it won't budge. You can try again.
That was a terrible kick.
Actually, you take 1 point of non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
All right. Fine. It wasn't a natural 1 or anything.
No, but it's 10 less than the required, so it's a critical fail.
Okay. Oh, I see. Rule set.
Yep. 10 above is a crit success, 10 below is crit fail, as well as natural 1s and 20s.
I will gather myself and try again, this time with a foot placed by the lock. There we go.
This time, you gather yourself, 17. Make a stronger kick. With that 17, you will knock the door open. 2. Close the door. You reveal what looks like a storage room. I see. Oh, I've rearranged the rooms on mistake. That's okay. There's what looks like a storage room with a couple of boxes. On top of one of the boxes is it's a long horizontally laid out box that kind of looks like maybe a makeshift desk with a smaller box in front of it that maybe looks like it was used as a bit of a chair. On top of this desk, for lack of a better term, there's a set of what look like bags, burlap sacks, small sacks, as well as a small leather-bound journal.
I'll call
there's
the
also a
folks
crate in the back right corner of the room, with what looks like a lyre, a rapier, and a few other pieces of equipment.
We'll call Ameiko in and the rest of the team, and I'll grab the journal and start perusing.
Okay, you rightly suspect that those are Ameiko's things. She makes her way in to sort of pick those up and get herself equipped. You open up the journal and begin to peruse it. I will show this to all of you.
Oh.
In it are what appear to be many maps of Sandpoint, each of them with various battle plans laid out. The first section seems to be for a small invading force of about 30 or so goblins. And there's a bit of text that you find interesting that I assume that you're going to read aloud. So go and read it aloud.
Excerpt 1 here.
Yeah.
The raid went about as planned. Few Thistletop goblins perished, and we were able to secure Tobin's remains with ease while the rubes were distracted by the rest. I can't wait until the real raid. This town deserves a burning, that's for sure. It's largely as we figured.
Okay, you continue turning the pages. You find several more plans, invasion plans for Sandpoint. But here you see like 200 to 300 invading goblins instead of just the 30 that were used in the initial attack. And you find another interesting looking excerpt there.
Rip Nugget seems to favor the overwhelming land approach, but I don't think it's the best plan. We should get the Quasit's aid, send her freaks up from below via the smuggling tunnel in my father's glassworks, and then invade from the river and from the glassworks in smaller but more focused strikes. The rest, except Bruthasmus, agree, and I'm pretty sure the bugbear is just being contrary to annoy me. My love's too distracted with the lower chambers to make a decision. Says that once Malfeshnikor is released and under her command, we won't need to worry about being subtle. I hope she's right.
Okay. The sort of scattered throughout the journal, you've seen these sort of erotic-looking sketches of a beautiful woman with sort of long, slightly wavy hair. The last several pages of the journal are just filled with these sketches. But a few towards the end are... something's off about them. her left arm seems to be suddenly more demonic looking in nature. It has like kind of a massive claw at the end, with sort of veins running up it. And you find another interesting looking excerpt.
My love seems bent on going through with it. Nothing I can say convinces her of her beauty. She remains obsessed with removing what she calls her celestial taint and replacing it with her mother's grace. Burning her father's remains at the Thistletop Shrine seems to have started the transformation. But I can't say her new hand is pleasing me. Hopefully when she offers Sandpoint to Lamashtu's flames, her new body won't be as hideous. Maybe I'll luck out. Succubi are demons too, aren't they?
And after that, there's another drawing of the same woman, but imagined as a sexy nude succubus, and without the demonic-looking arm.
Wishful
and
thinking.
if you want, give me a religion check. Anybody who's trained.
Oh yeah, maybe I could do that. You know. We have 16 for total 20.
Okay. You recognize, I mean, obviously, Lamashtu, you recognize as an evil goddess, the goddess of monsters. And the reference to Mother's Grace is almost certainly a reference to some kind of blessing from Lamashtu. You think that this demonic arm may have been, some kind of gift from her. She's definitely in bad with an evil god.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were right about the girl. She was indeed still alive. So, yeah, maybe we should consider whether we should give chase now or return home or return to the town and get them started on fortifications.
Does it give a time frame on when they're planning to actually attack, or it's just a plan for the future?
Not specifically.
It doesn't look like there's any specific dates or anything outlined.
Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but going after them now, I think, is suicidal. It's late, we're tired, and we'd be walking into possibly up to 300 goblins without really knowing much. Plus, I'm not entirely sure where this, what was it called? Thistletop Shrine is, if that's where they're actually at.
I have a couple of guesses.
Asher, give me a nature or a survival check.
15 for nature.
You've been around the area for some weeks now. You know Thistletop to be a region to the north of Sandpoint. There's this big island just off the coast, several miles north, that's been overrun by goblins.
That's Thistletop. It's the island.
Yeah. Yep. It's shaped like a massive skull, kind of.
Oh,
That's probably why they like
Convenient
it.
for them.
Of course it is.
It's an actual evil island. Gunn will love that. Skull Island. Alright, well, we're definitely not getting to that tonight.
I don't think so.
No.
But we should definitely let the sheriff know that this is a possibility so they can be prepared. Not sure if they can call in reinforcements from wherever, but we at least can let them know.
Should we at least find out where the tunnel goes, or like the entrance
Yeah, I think so.
place? Try and...
These doors over here, maybe.
Yes, that might be a good idea.
Actually, before we do that, is there anything else of interest in the sacks on the other items that are in the study room here?
Yeah, do you check the sacks?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you open up the sacks, and inside each one is gold and silver dust. This looks quite valuable.
Okay. Nothing else sort of buried in it? I run my fingers there.
You run your fingers through it. Just appears to be, collection of gold and silver dust.
Well,
Ameiko sees you checking through it. You're welcome to keep those if you want. It's not like my father's going to be doing much with those. And she kind of makes her way out of the room.
I was worried for a second that it was like ritual materials of some kind,
I suppose they
or
could
being used as a
for
hiding
ritual,
place.
But you didn't find anything in them. We might as well take them and do some good with them. Better than leave them here for Tsuto to find and do whatever he's going to do with it.
Seems like Ameiko would be entitled to it, but yeah, she gave us
Seem
permission.
interested.
By all means, accept it as payment for saving my life.
Good point.
Fair trade. Well, so which direction? I don't know which. I wasn't here when he ran off. Which direction did he go?
So there's like
One of these side doors, one of them's open.
Yeah, Asher points at a door up ahead to the right. That is
Alright.
currently open. There's another door just south of it that is currently closed.
locked. I try it.
Okay, it is not locked. You open it,
What's in here?
and inside this room, let's see. Inside this room is a table, some chairs, and what look like several empty bottles of beer. There's also a large chest and some bookshelves that look like they had some documents in them, but the documents have long since deteriorated. They're just kind of like you walk over and touch one and it just kind of crumbles.
What? Is the chest locked and closed?
The chest is not locked. It is unlocked. You lift it open, and there's nothing inside.
How disappointing. Asher's room was very boring. There's nothing on the desk or anything. What's there?
No, just some empty beer bottles.
Is it the beer that is made in the local brewery?
Is it
one that we've
fresh
been-
here?
Did he take our beer and then put them in bottles? That'd be-
There are a few beers from the Two Nights Brewery. Yes.
I see.
His secret beer drinking sad room.
Possibly.
I mean,
I'm gonna
These are
assume
these beer
bad.
bottles, unlike the rest of the room, look fairly recent.
Secret
the
hideout,
labels on them
more
are still fairly new.
he went there to cry about his choices in life. Okay, I'm done with that room.
shall
Okay.
we make our way down this hallway?
Alright, let's see where he might have gone to.
Certain distance.
Okay, you all proceed down the open hall, open doorway, into what appears to be a stone hall. That continues a ways until you reach a fork. It branches off. The path branches off into two directions, both of which appear to be less stone and more like chiseled out of rock. It appears to be much more natural here, but somebody definitely like dug a tunnel through both pathways.
It looks like it opened out into a big room here. Is that not?
That's it is opened out
We
into
blocked
the
off
edge of
the
the map. Yes, that's
Okay,
the edge of the
sorry.
map there.
That's not the real place, unfortunately.
Sorry, in Roll20,
Which
I guess I
reminds-
forgot to put a wall there. Let me. You guys are off map right now, so let me move you
Okay.
off of the map.
I was confused.
All right, that's fine.
None of this
There we
is
go.
what he described. It's just
So you
a
said-
giant room.
A
So you
formed
reached a fork. You can go
passage.
left or right.
and one way
and-
is constructed and the other way is a tunnel?
No, both ways seem to be tunnels. You've sort of left the hallways seem to be constructed up to this point, and at the branch, it now looks like two tunnels going off to the
I see.
right.
Well, we should probably scout both of them just to see where they both lead to. It's hard to
I
say.
would allow survival checks here if you have
I'm
survival.
looking for footprints and freshness.
Okay.
I got a 20 on my survival check.
Okay.
I got a
14 looking for checks for prints from Asher, and Gunn, same
Also a
thing,
14.
Okay. So Greshy, you're sniffing at the air, and Phelan's sniffing too, and you can smell the faint scent of sea breeze coming from the tunnel to the left.
So that one
Asher-
would open up towards the beach, right?
Yes,
Okay.
is what it seems like.
That's what it smells like.
Yeah. Asher, you and Gunn are looking around for footprints. You see quite a lot of goblin prints going down the left path, both in and out. The right path, there are a few goblin prints, but most notably, there is a very new set of humanoid boot prints.
And that's the boot prints are towards the ocean.
The boot
way?
prints are going to the right, not
That's the
towards
North Ocean way.
Okay, that's not ocean way.
Correct. So whichever the way he went, he did not go for a swim.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, let's presume for the moment that left just leads to the beach and is where they put their smuggling boat and various other stuff.
All right. So let's head to the right then.
And to the right.
Is Ameiko keeping up with us, or is she going to stay behind?
Yeah, Ameiko's just behind.
Okay.
I'll ask if she's ever seen any of this before. I'm guessing it's no.
She shakes her head. No, all the times I've been here to the glassworks, I didn't know there were tunnels underneath.
Whew.
I wonder
Okay.
what my father did down here.
I mean, looks like smuggling. But, you know,
You think so?
yeah.
It's not
Why not?
surprising, I guess. She kind of goes silent for a bit as you continue. You guys are taking the right path, not past
Right.
the beach. Okay. You proceed down the right path. It starts to become a slope downwards, into darkness, into pitch darkness.
Dark.
There's darkness.
Darkness.
The darkness. Sorry.
There is still a light on Gunn's
Yeah, we
shield.
have magic
Oh
light.
yes, who has light? Light has a
Gunn
shield?
has the
Okay.
light right now. I can see in the dark, but Gunn has the light.
What's your
Hang
marching
off of
order?
So
I'm
Gunn in front.
Heading in the front, holding the shield up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the footprints, so I'm probably second.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll be
Just
right behind, and then Phelan will be
Ameiko in the.
Okay, and Ameiko will
Let's
be.
put Ameiko in the rear since we've pretty much cleared the rear.
Yeah, she'll be just behind.
Mhm.
So you guys
Sounds
are
fine.
making your way down. The tunnel kind of widens out a bit, rather abruptly, as you're descending. It feels like, and you reach what appears to be the hall continues forward, but there's a cavern off just to your right. And give me perception checks, everybody.
At a 12.
I have a 15 total.
At 14.
Okay, Greshy, as you guys are walking past this opening, or walking towards the opening, you hear what sounds like a light groan. And soft, slow footsteps coming towards you.
Fun. That sounds
And-
like something that's not alive.
Anymore.
And that is where we shall take our first break of the evening.
Oh, all right.
So, BRB, everybody. And we're back. So, just before the break, the party continued down the tunnels, or the right-hand tunnel, leading down into some caverns. Greshy just managed to spot something as he was passing by, or as you guys were passing by what appeared to be just kind of a small cavern off to your right. And let me go ahead and switch to that, so let's put it in map view.
If I just ignored it and we just kept going, it probably would be fine.
Yeah.
Zombies aren't fast; they can't catch up to us.
Well, it's coming out of the cavern.
Yes, it's coming out of the cavern. Oops.
On the other hand,
on a random line.
if we did that, we'd have zombies blocking our retreat.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so you see a
Oh.
rather sinister-looking creature. Let's go ahead and show this to everybody.
Oh.
Oh, look at that mouth! It's got, like-
a hulking humanoid with a split mouth, forked tongue, just kind of strands of what may have once been clothing. Rather long, hooked hands with only 2 fingers per hand, and 2 long two long toes on each foot, both of which have nasty, gnarled talons at the end.
The
It's
other
got kind
3
of-
fingers have migrated to his face. Where
yes,
they
basically. And it has glowing red eyes in the darkness. And it is it's like slowly making its way towards you.
Oh, that's delightful.
Let's back up.
I mean, do you want to run or
give me
Let's
some
ju-
initiative?
Turn around
Um,
and walk away.
just gonna go? Nope.
Can we estimate how nasty this thing looks in any meaningful way?
If you on your turn, you can do some checks to determine that.
Okay.
All right, I got a 16 on my initiative.
Where's my music? Battle music. There we go.
Oh, hold on. Before I do that, I need to. There we go. Now I can roll initiative. A 14.
Okay. So we have Asher with 18, Greshy
Oh.
with 16,
No,
Tsuto
an 11.
with 12,
Okay.
Gunn with 11, and this creature with 8. Asher. So this creature is skulking in the shadows and clearly approaching with some menace. Greshy points it out.
For the record, I did state that I was going around with my shield held up.
Okay, so you
This
have
will
your
help.
shield out, yes.
I have nothing out. But
I assume
my
you presumably had a weapon. You were expecting potentially a fight. So I'll let you pick a weapon to have out.
Ooh, I want my crossbow out.
Okay. Alright, you have your crossbow in hand.
Okay, I want to.
I assume
Nice
Gunn has
try.
a sword out as well.
Yeah.
Can I try and figure out what this is?
Yes, you can do a check to figure out what this is. I would accept Arcana or Occultism.
Both pretty crappy. I like occultism. 11.
You have no idea what this thing is.
What
It's
is
a
this?
creepy ass humanoid thing that's skulking towards you. eyes filled with wrath. You don't know. You've never
Alright,
seen anything
well-
like this before. Oh, could you turn up your volume a bit? I don't know if you have any. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're kind of soft.
Hello? I didn't change anything.
oh, you better know.
Maybe just
Am I
move the
okay now?
microphone closer to your mouth.
Oh, is this better?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Hello, Jason.
Maybe just scream instead.
Ah.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Let's be more excited.
with my crossbow. It's a 17.
Okay, a 17 to hit this creature. Why did I put its stats away? 17 will hit its AC. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage.
And it's a 9. Pierce.
Oh, so since you have your hunt target, you can do a monster lore check as part of hunt target. Right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, so we'll say you've hunted this target.
Okay. Then it's
And that was
12.
your free check. Okay, so 12 total damage to this creature. Does it have any weird immunities? I don't believe so.
Nice shot.
It's a good shot.
Okay, so that's a good 12. Where's it? There's fine. Okay.
The crossbow hits, it's actually good.
It's just getting it to hit.
You
Gotta get-
had the crossbow loaded and fire, and it hits, striking the creature straight in the chest. That's your
Nice.
first action.
Oh, that was my second, because hunt target.
Oh, hunt target. Yes. Sorry, you hunt
Aye.
target shot. Third action.
I'll shoot it. Oh, we have to reload it. I'll reload as my third action. Easy.
All right. You reload that crossbow. Greshy.
You may want to turn those down just a bit.
Yeah, I'll turn them down.
Oh, they're great though. I just like, what am I hearing? All right.
Yes, I'm messing with sound effects.
Greshy's going to tell Phelan to go get the thing, and Phelan will try and get to the other side of him.
Okay, Phelan tries to run up and slip around this creature, but as it does so, or as you do so, the creature is going to take an attack of opportunity against
How
Phelan.
dare it?
That is a lot. What's that? There we go. Make sure my numbers are right. 25 to hit Phelan.
That is exactly 10 over his AC. That's a crit.
Okay, so critical hit on the doggy.
Oh gosh.
What's that?
That put to the counter.
That is 20 points of piercing damage as it snaps at Phelan with its jaw, catching him as he tries to run past.
So where would he have taken that hit then?
We,
He was
Probably
right
there?
here, so probably here.
Okay.
Okay, so Phelan goes trying to run past it. The creature snaps into Phelan's neck and tosses it to the side.
Oh my god.
And Phelan is unconscious and bleeding.
This is a problem. I can fix this problem, but I'm not happy about it. Actually, I think I'm screened too. That's a big problem. All right.
you could peek around you can pick any corner of the square you're in, right?
Right. So I could go from
You can see
kind of there.
see both Phelan and the critter from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then we will go ahead and give him a bit of healing juice from a distance.
Okay, so you
Roll up sleeves here. And send a whole 5 points go in his direction to help stabilize him a bit.
Okay, you send a wave of what looks like just kind of petals and pollen that swirl around Phelan, reviving him and giving him a little bit of HP. So that's your second action.
That's actually my third action.
Oh, is it? Oh,
As arranged, it is two.
oh, it's two
for that.
actions to do heal animal.
Oh.
Okay.
With Phelan, he only took one of his actions. Even though he went unconscious, since he came up in the same round, does he get his second action?
I'll give it to you. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to split them.
I wasn't intending to split them, but
I know.
he went unconscious.
He got knocked out, so sorry.
So,
I'll say no for right now until we
okay,
get the real
that's
rules,
fine. That's
which come out soon. My book is in the mail. I want it.
That's why I asked. All right.
Okay, so that is Greshy's turn. From out of the shadows, you see a familiar face. Tsuto appears from behind the creature, draws his longbow, and is going to shoot. Or actually, it's a short bow. But, he's going to shoot at Asher.
Yeah, shoot.
It looked like a short bow.
Yes, it is a short bow. That is not great. That is a 13 to hit, and you have +1
No.
AC from screening, so that will not hit.
Not hitting.
Kill them quickly, he whispers to the creature. Gunn, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. We got 10 feet to move there. You said it's 2 actions to prepare?
Yes, 2 actions to prepare 1 reaction, basically. Or 1 action as a reaction.
Okay. And do you still get your other reaction
No.
for other things that happen during the turn?
Nope.
So I
You
could
only have
not
1
use
reaction
my...
in between rounds. So if you readied something, you would not be able to use your paladin reaction.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to raise my shield and hold here.
Okay, so you hold in the sort of choke at the entrance to the cavern,
Yep.
protecting Asher, Greshy, and Ameiko, who I
Yep.
forgot to roll for. Whoops. Let's get Ameiko in there. Okay, she rolled badly, so she'll just go in at the end.
Wolf.
Okay. The creature's turn. It snarls. And what would I like to do?
The pup alone. It's already dead. You don't even need it.
Okay, chat, what do you think? Should it hit the pup, hit the doggo, or should it go after the scarier targets? I'll do whatever the first chatter says.
First chatter.
I can cheat this.
I'm going to say no.
That's exactly what I was going.
All right, two people in the chat, Brumo Cat and Ido and Rob. Okay, everybody says don't kill the dog. So the creature feels mystical energies change its course, and it's just going to step past Phelan and go over towards Gunn.
Tsuto did directly order it to attack them.
That's true. So Gunn is going to snap at
Block.
you with its jaw. Yes. That is 21 to hit your AC.
I have a shield block AC of 20 right now, so that's a hit.
Okay. And there's the die.
Wait, you can also like active block, right?
As a reaction, yeah.
Oh, that's a reaction, right? Okay. never mind.
Yes. You take
Well,
7 points
mean-
of piercing damage.
Actually, I don't want to. Never mind that. I kind of do want to reaction block.
Okay, so you use your reaction to absorb the damage. So it does 7 points of damage. What's your shield hardness?
5.
5? Okay, so the shield absorbs 5 of that, takes 1 dent, and then you take the rest. So you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. So you managed to block most of the bite from connecting. but I'm going to need you to give me a will save.
Will save.
Yes.
Well, that's.
Might be all right. We'll see.
I have a terrible roll for a total of 9.
Okay, so as this creature bites into you, that's a 9. Okay, you are sickened 2. As you start to hear, just in your head, all of these angry, wrathful images start to just pop to mind. That you should give into your rage, give into your hatred. You're just starting to feel very nauseous.
Okay.
Ameiko. She is going to, let's see. I think for the first action, well, she doesn't have a whole lot of things she can do from here. She's going to move up behind you and kind of see what's going on. 10. She's going to actually approach the sin spawn. Well, you don't know it's a sin spawn. She approaches the creature. I knew I was going to do that. She approaches the creature with a rapier and is going to stab at it. With 20 to hit. That will hit. Okay, she gets a pretty decent stab into it. That much damage. And she's going to use her last action, I believe. If I could remember where it is. To inspire courage.
Yay.
Could use some of that.
I think it's 1 action. It may be 2. Inspire. I wasn't expecting her to come with you. A little bit. Yes, it is 1 action. So everybody within 60 feet gains a +1 bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear.
Neat.
Okay, Asher.
So we just have to mentally add 2 all the time.
Come on, guys, you can do this. Don't give up.
Okay.
Roger
I'm
that.
afraid.
Trusting my instincts.
Just believe in the power of friendship. Sorry, you can shoot? Yes, you can shoot him.
Yeah, I can shoot it from here, right? Like,
Yes.
Fine. Okay.
Yep. It's just it gets a +1 to its AC. Because Gunn's in the way.
Oh, it's a 25 plus 2. 27.
I think that's a critical against this.
Yes.
Where does its AC? Yeah, that's a critical. Go ahead and roll crit damage.
Nice. Okay.
Do you have a courage condition on here? By any chance?
No, I don't have one in this character sheet by default.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first one is 10 because of hunt target. And is there a +2 on that?
There's a +1 from Inspire Courage.
Okay, there's a +1. So is there +1 twice? Or just +1 total?
It's +1 twice, yeah.
Okay, so that's 11 and then 7 for 18.
18 points of damage. You strike the thing right in the face, right through its split mouth. It hisses and starts to gurgle and falls back on the ground, writhing in pain.
Take that.
As it bleeds out.
Yes.
Greshy. Oh, sorry, that was your first
I was
shot,
gonna
wasn't it,
say.
Asher?
Wait, what? That was my first.
That was your
that was
first
your first
action.
shot.
Got 2 more.
You got a crit.
Oh,
Okay, you have 2 more actions.
I'm gonna go. Wait,
Want to go play with the bugger in the back, or can you quite see him?
wait. I can see it. Wait.
Okay, so Asher proceeds into the chamber to try and get a closer look at Tsuto in the back.
Okay. Is there bastard. I'm gonna shoot him now. We'd have to
Well,
reload.
You need to reload, yeah. So you load that crossbow. Okay, Greshy.
All right.
I threaten.
Five, 10, 15, 20 to get up next to Phelan to go ahead and heal him.
Okay, you
Once
run up to
more.
Phelan, pet him, good boy, and heal him up.
And get another 5. Good God.
Today's not your day.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's the
That's all
one
right.
on the D8. Yep. Oops.
Twice I've gotten 1 on D8, so.
Yeah.
And then we will have Phelan. I hate sending him to do this, but it's going to be useful. I'm going to send him to go and see if he can corner. Well, get behind the bastard. So Phelan's going to scamper to his feet. And a little wounded, he's going to try and run past to get over here.
Okay, you're able to do so. So Phelan runs up to get kind of behind Tsuto. And he has a second action. No, his first
he had
action.
to stand up, so that was
Yeah.
his total.
Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Tsuto's turn. He's going to drop the bow and arrow as a free action. First action is to go into tiger stance. So he, again, draws back his hands as if, to make claws, and is going to...
Bonk. All right.
Second action, he's going to step, and he can step 10 feet while he's in tiger stance. And he's going to strike out at Greshy here.
Do it, you bastard.
And will he just do a normal strike? Yeah, that's probably all he can do right now. So, Tiger Claw, 16 to hit.
My AC does not hit.
Okay, so he
Ooh.
slashes at the
Mine
air.
is 17. So.
Okay, and it just kind of grazes your armor. Gun.
Gunn's turn. All right. Well, tell you what. I am going to maneuver
Sweet
over.
blanket.
Well, if I go, how do I do the? If I path around him before I come in range, like so, because I want to get behind him, but I only have 20 feet of movement, so it looks like I'm going to have to. How do I?
You just saw him not look like he has. It doesn't seem like he has attack of opportunity.
I don't care. I'm being careful.
Okay.
I'm going to navigate around to about here. That's the limit of one move.
Okay. So you move up behind him, but aren't quite able to get into a full flanking position.
I'm going to attack him one time,
Okay.
and then I'm going to give him my best diplomacy check after that. So, let's start with the swing of the sword to prove to him that he's outmatched. And I have a total of 10.
Okay. He nimbly ducks under the sword.
So for my last action, I'm going to try to convince him and say, Tsuto, give it up. It won't go the way you think. You're being deceived. And you're outmatched. Come with us. I'm going to give him my best Redeemer speech.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that diplomacy check.
It's terrible. It's a 2 on the dice
Oh gosh.
Okay, for a total of 9.
for a total of 9.
Tsuto just shoots you a nasty glare. No,
I gotta
it's
work
you
on
who
my
are being
shtick.
deceived by the fools of this world.
Oh god, he's one
We
of
shall
these.
burn it all. And I shall be united with my love. This thing is dead. Ameiko's turn. Tsuto, no! You have to stop this! This is madness! She's going to keep up the Inspire Courage, and she will also try a Diplomacy. With a 20.
Wow.
Tsuto pauses. I'm sorry, sister, but this is something that I must do. It seems that it has no effect. Asher.
What a nerd. I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
Is that a crippling strike on purpose, or is that just a?
I don't know if you can do a non. I see what you're
You
saying.
can do non-lethal.
I'm trying.
So
non-
non-lethal attacks, you take a -2 to hit, unless
Okay.
the weapon has the non-lethal property.
I'm just trying to shoot him in the leg so he can't run away.
Okay, so go ahead and do your attack roll,
Let's try.
and just take a -2.
-2
Minus
plus
of a +1.
1,
Mhm.
so 15.
15 will not hit, and yeah, 15 will not hit. So he just nimbly dodges out of the way.
Load it. Oop. Second turn.
Second action's a reload, and third action.
Oh, shoot at his other knee.
Okay, you try again.
Oh, a 23 minus 2 plus 1, so 22.
So 22.
22. 22 will hit. Roll the damage.
Ha.
So the way non-lethal attacks work is it only the last hit matters. So that's 9 damage from the shot.
Oh wait, I didn't
and
have
another-
target him. Never mind.
You have
Yeah,
not
but it'd be
targeted
10
him.
damage because you get an extra +1 from the Inspire Courage.
Yes, that's correct. So
Yours.
10 points of damage to Tsuto. The way non-lethal works in this game is if the last hit is non-lethal, then they are knocked unconscious instead. Okay, Greshy.
All right. You know what? Phelan's said enough of this. So have I.
At his knees.
You know what? Sure, we'll go for the flanking. It'll be fun. So Phelan will run up and he'll
runs up
take
behind.
a cheeky nibble at him, and I'll get another 5 total.
Okay. Even while he's flat-footed,
Pretty
Tsuto is still quite nimble and just kicks Phelan away.
I don't even know what to do here. We're gonna fucking hit him over the head with a stick. Why not?
Chat's calling for the doggo power, but the doggo power is not happening right now.
We need doggo power. We need more doggo power. It needs to be happening.
Chat,
So
give
that's
them
a
your energy.
14.
Spam those dogs. 15 to hit.
So it would be a
on
15 to
Tsuto.
hit.
Okay, 15 will not hit. With flanking, that's effectively 16.
17.
That's still not a hit.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
And
Yes.
Hmm?
17, sorry. 17. 17 is not a hit. No.
That's nutty.
and then once
Yeah, he parries the
4
blow.
was a 4, so
Okay, and your second attack,
nothing
he
happened
also
that turn.
swiftly
Great.
parries. Okay. He is going to... let's see. He's going to use 2 actions to pull off a special attack. So he tries to strike at multiple pressure points on your body, Greshy. 17 to hit.
That does hit.
That
I will
does
make
hit.
him feel
Okay.
very guilty about it.
Okay.
He should be regretting this, especially with his in front of his.
In front of his sister. Yeah, not in front of your sister. Gunn shouts.
What would she think?
How does that work again? That's it's minus to damage.
It gives resistance to the damage on the attack, and it also gives him, if he goes through with it, he gets a second 2 kind of thing, like a -2.
Enfeebled, I think.
Enfeebled
Enfeebled
2.
two.
Okay.
Enfeebled 2.
Okay, so give me a fortitude save, Greshy.
Sure.
I will put it in the chat for you since I can find it.
Fortitude is this one. It's a 14 total. Actually, I think it's a 15 because I believe that's a.
That is a saving throw,
it's-
so you get a plus
Oh,
1
it-
from Inspired.
Okay,
Courage.
so it's a 15 total.
Okay, 15. That is just a regular fail, so you are flat-footed for 1 round. and
All right.
also take some damage. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Minus
from the
3
claw.
resistance.
Minus 3 from the resist.
Okay, so 5. All right.
And he's going to use his third action to do another Tire Claw while you're flat-footed. That is a 6... no, that's a 12 to hit.
That will not hit even with a -2 for flat-footed.
Okay, so he tries to slash out at you again and misses that time. Gun.
He hesitated just that little bit.
Yes. That slight
Just
hesitation
enough.
was all you needed to duck under.
All right, I'm going to slash him across the back with my longsword. He's not quite getting it.
All right, swing that sword.
I'm looking for it.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. Weapons. There we go. A 4 on the dice.
All right.
Hey.
Attack
11 to
rolls
hit.
thus far tonight, for the record. 2, 3, 4, and I think like a 6.
It's been good.
Okay, that will not hit. You swing and miss. And are you taking into account sick?
No, but
that is
balances
a
out.
penalty on all checks. Okay. Not weapon, not attacks.
Okay.
Aye.
I will swing one more time for a natural 20 on the dice. Total of 23.
Okay, that will be a critical hit. Go and roll damage.
Are you trying to kill him?
I didn't remember to be.
You did not. You did not. So
But I mean, can you crit your way to an accidental killing of somebody? Some would say no.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a total of 13 damage.
Total of 13 damage across both of those?
Plus 2 from, so 15.
15 damage from your critical strike in the back.
Mm-hmm.
This catches him off guard and he kind of stumbles. And you have a third action?
I do. I'm going to raise shield at him.
Okay. Ameiko is going to keep up the Inspire Courage. And she's going to move in and stab with her rapier. That was a natural 1, so she misses. You have to stop this! Asher.
more knee shots.
My crossbow.
Okay, you reload the crossbow.
I'm gonna hunt target him.
All right, you focus on him, watch his movements carefully. You feel like you're getting a sense of his combat style.
It's really
And
tough.
third action.
I'm gonna shoot at him in his knee that I missed the first time. Let's see if I missed it again. I got an 18. It's non-lethal. -2 + 1, 17.
17 will not hit. It goes. Oh, ooh, he's enfeebled
With him being
2.
enfeebled.
Enfeebled 2, that will hit. I think, right? Enfeebled, 1 sec.
I don't.
Oh no, enfeebled
No.
is not it's a penalty to everything else, but not AC.
Yeah.
So no.
No.
All right, it's just barely a miss.
And that was 3.
Okay, that's all 3 actions. Greshy,
All right. Well,
this guy's slippery.
he is slippery to say the least. So, let me check one thing real quick here. No, that's fine. So, Phelan will again go after the man, the terrible man there, and that's a 17. So it's an 18. He's not being.
18 with flanking will hit. So go and roll damage.
All right. So that's fire piercing damage.
Plus the 1, so 5.
Yes, plus the 1 is 5 total.
Okay, Phelan catches him in the leg and bites real hard. Blood oozes out, and he kind of shakes his foot free. Okay, rest of Greshy's turn. Oh,
Yes. Oh, he gets another attack
he
because
gets
he
another
doesn't
attack if he
have to
wants.
move.
Yeah.
So why not? We'll go for a second one. So that's a 15 total. Well, excuse me, that's a 16 total.
16. That is just barely a miss.
Alright,
He tries to catch him again.
but a little too much there. And I mean, the easy thing to do here would be to just try and zap him. You know what? Let's just do that. It seems to be working a bit better. We're just gonna shoot our hand forward and using some charged up electricity from the air, just zap him in the face if we can.
Okay, he got a 28 on his reflex save, which I believe is a critical success.
Wow, 28?
He just... Oh, well... sorry, enfeebled. That's a penalty... Oh, just strength-based checks, okay. So,
Yeah,
yes,
attack
he
rolls and
just
damage rolls,
fucking
but-
backflips out of the way of the zap.
That's
With his knee.
so fucking rude. You have
You
no
never hit
idea
his
how rude
knee.
that is.
So he does the full, like, backflip, handstand, reflip back up.
Roll a
It is
6 on
his
that damage,
turn.
too.
The enfeebled lasts until the start of his
Until
turn?
the end of his next turn.
Oh, until the end of his next turn. Okay.
Yep.
So he has a -2 to his attacks and damage rolls for this. All right. Correct. Yes. I should just put it in the character sheet. This is enfeebled, right? Enfeebled 2. Okay. So, looking around, he's gonna go for Gunn, who is annoying him. Stunning Fist. Here we go. That is a. Oh, it did not do the -2. 25 to hit. Gunn.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay, Fortitude save, please.
All right. There's that. Do I have a penalty on that?
For being sick.
It'd be
I believe sick is just checks.
okay. I was gonna say
It
it'd be,
just says
it'd be an
checks.
obnoxious stat that enfeebles your saving throw. Hard to get rid of. So
Yeah,
I got a
looks like
16.
It's just skill check. I'd have to look at the
It
book.
just
I
says
forget.
checks. It's not very specific.
Okay, is that what it says in the book? All right,
Yeah,
well,
the book
we'll
just
find out
says
later.
on all your checks, and you can't willingly ingest anything while sick.
Okay. Cool. So 16 is a failure, right? Yes. No, 16 is a success. So you're fine.
What?
Okay.
But you do take damage. You take 3 points of slashing damage from the strike, and he's gonna swing again with his claw. Or claw hand. That's an 18 to hit.
That will not
I
hit.
see. Okay, he strikes, scraping at the armor. Gun.
I can't click myself for some reason to change my hit points.
That's weird.
That last one. But
Oh, are you selecting paint instead of the?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
it
see
looks
some
like-
dots there that are supposed
Yeah, I
to
see
be there.
some dots. Yeah. All right, I put you back. Okay.
All right.
When you're ready,
well,
it's your
he's
turn.
staying in
Gun.
the same. He's staying in the same spot. So I guess I'll stay in the same spot too. This time I'm going to try for a non-lethal
Okay.
with my sword strike. So we have, hey, over 50%.
Okay. With the
A total of
so. Yeah, go ahead.
17 to hit, I think, counting the -2 for non-lethal and +1 for inspired.
Okay, that will not hit. You swing, and because you're trying to be careful about it, he takes advantage of your hesitation and backsteps away from the strike.
Well, in that case, we're going to stop going easy after all.
Oh no.
Second hit is not any better though.
Okay, you try to catch up with him. 14 on the swing. Swings and misses.
Yep. I'm still holding that shield up.
Okay, third action is holding shield. Ameiko is going to keep the inspired courage, and she's going to go for 2 strikes. She's obviously going to go non-lethal because it's her brother. And she still believes in him, sort of. That's not going to hit. And that one might. No, that will not hit. Alright, she stabs at him twice with the rapier, while encouraging you all to keep going. Asher, top of round 6.
I'm gonna reload.
Your doggo power isn't working, chat. You need to give more doggos.
I reload my crossbow. I'm just back here. Everyone else is fighting. I'm back here like.
That's how ranged characters work.
I'm gonna. Here we go. I'm after that knee. I'm like, I can't hit it.
He's too nimble.
Oh no!
Okay, you load the crossbow, fire, and it goes whizzing past Greshy's head.
Oh no!
Ah!
Sorry, Greshy. Oh no!
I do not look like a knee. I promise you that.
I'll get it. I'll get it next time, and I reload again.
Okay, they're reloading that crossbow. Greshy.
All right, Phelan's gonna go for his some bites on this guy here. Not that it's much better.
More doggos, chat. More doggos. 15
So that's
will not
15. Does not hit, even with flanking, I assume.
17. No, that's still not a hit.
All right, and another one is worse. That's okay.
Chat,
11
just don't believe in
not.
you. Yeah, the 12, 13, 14 will not hit. Phelan's trying to snap at this guy, but he's just too damn evasive. What will Greshy do?
And we're gonna hit him. Try hitting him with our staff again, just because he's really pissing me off. It's a 7.
7 will not hit. You swing with your staff.
And that's a 15 to hit, which also will not.
17,
nope,
isn't it?
17 total after the flat-footed still doesn't hit.
Yeah. Just going whizzing by with him.
How is he looking? He like.
He's looking pretty injured, and actually,
So frustrating.
he's going to. It's his turn. He's going to step back 10 feet. Well, I can see that I'm outmatched. And he draws, with his left hand, he reaches around his back and draws a knife. He just takes deep breaths and draws the knife up towards his throat. My love will come for me. There's nothing you can do about it. This whole damn world is doomed. And he, with 2 full actions, he's gonna coup de grace himself.
And no one can
Coup de
react in
Gracie.
time.
No one can react in time.
Why did he bother fighting if he's just gonna wimp out? You know.
So he kind of staggers a bit with the knife in his neck, stumbles, and falls to the ground.
I'm 1 initiative point behind him. Can I step up and lay on hands?
I was gonna ask, is he dead or is he bleeding out?
He's got a dagger in his throat. You can run up and So Gunn,
I mean, I'm 10 feet away. And one initiative
Gunn,
behind.
you can run up and try and lay on hands. Give me a reflex
My
save.
last one of the shot. All right, I'll do it. That sounds like a good solution.
All right.
A reflex save is not great.
Okay.
9.
9 is not fast enough to save him in time. He collapses to the ground. You try to get your healing energy in. So you do expend the point of healing, but it's too
Right.
late. The light has already faded from his eyes. And he lies there motionless.
There he is. All my arrows.
Ameiko is just kind of she has one hand up to her mouth and is just shocked.
Well, he was a right bastard, weren't he?
I'll look at her and then I'll stand up, pick up the body, and like across my arms.
Okay.
And I suggest we head back to town.
Probably for the best.
It's been a long night.
Okay, you lift up the body.
Mm-hmm. Well,
As you guys are sort of making your way out, she looks down at this creature. What in the hell is this thing? She says,
Can I
pointing
think
at
about
the.
it?
No, you already failed the check today.
I can try,
if
but
you have Arcana, you can try rolling Arcana.
I don't have Arcana.
Oh, you
or
can try it even
Right.
without.
Okay.
Maybe you've just happened to see it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
maybe I just happen to know something about this. That's a no. That's a no. I've got no idea. That's a 9.
Okay, Greshy got a 9 on Arcana, and Gunn got an 11 on Occultism. Neither of you have ever seen anything like this. It doesn't appear to be an undead creature. Undead creatures, Gunn, you've seen sort of deteriorate as they die. This doesn't seem like undead flesh, and you're not getting that sort of unholy stench off of it. And some people in the chat have lost a bet on whether or not this creature was undead.
Uh-oh.
And it is not, sorry.
It's currently
Well,
dead.
That's true. It's dead enough.
let's
We can
make our
bring
way.
it back to life.
Well, I
Let's
guess-
make our way. Let's leave it there and make our way back.
Let's hell out of here.
Okay.
How big is its head?
It's a human-sized head.
Can I cut off its head?
So someone in the chat is asking how far into Rise of the Runelords are we? This is book 1. We're probably at like chapter or like part 3 of book 1. Yeah, so we're at part 3 of book 1. So fairly early on. Sorry, Asher, you asked a question? I missed
Yes. Can I cut off its head?
it. Yes. You pull out your survival knife and
Hatchet.
Or hatchet. Yeah, you have a hatchet. You pull out your hatchet and try and cleanly sever the head.
That's the way to do it.
It's pretty nasty, but grim work, and you managed to get it done with ease.
I did it. I'm gonna carry it with me.
Okay, it's just kind of dripping this kind of nasty, muddled black blood.
That's okay.
Okay, head in hand, you follow the rest of the group out of the tunnels.
I wasn't waiting around for that.
Okay, sure.
That's fine.
Okay.
On our
you
way out to the
guys-
glassworks, I'd like to see if I can find a glass figurine that's interesting. It's not like the owners are going to want it.
Okay, you guys make your way back through. Sure. Give me a perception check.
Oh, sure.
Are you willing to like peel off from the group to go look for one, or?
Oh, yeah. It will
Okay.
also wouldn't hurt to see if there are any goblins still lying about, but mostly I'm looking for an interesting statue, and since it's not important, I'm getting a 23 on that.
So it goes.
So you kind of break off from the rest of the group as they exit the glassworks. Do you guys take the front entrance, the back entrance?
How far from the glassworks to the temple? Is it all the way across town?
Yeah, it's kind of across town. It's maybe like 15 minutes to walk there.
I'm
Something
gonna
so far.
I'm gonna set the corpse of the brother down next to the corpse of the father. It's like as we go back through that area.
Go upstairs. Yeah.
Do that as we go
Okay,
upstairs.
so you guys make your way upstairs, back to the sort of forge room, where you find the body of the father, still tied to the chair, glass poured over his face.
Mhm.
While this is happening, Greshy is kind of peeled off You remember there being a sort of entryway that had, or a store room that had a bunch of glass figurines, and you're looking around for interesting figurines. There is an animal figurine with a very long neck. It appears to be a yellowy glass with sort of brown spots painted on.
You knew exactly what I was looking for.
It is a very fine looking figure.
I will take that, and I'll go and join the rest of them.
What a weird animal. Sounds like it's
Is
not
there
worth
a
anything
price
you should
tag
leave
on
it
it?
behind.
Is there a price tag on it or nearby?
Yes, there is a price tag on it. 3 gold. So it's about 30
I will
silver,
take out
which
the
is
equivalent
pretty
amount of
pricey.
silver and put it down in the place where I take this figurine from.
There's a counter. You just place it on the counter. On the shelf. Okay.
On the shelf where I took it from, there'll be 30 silver pieces there.
Okay. And you go rejoin up with the group. So the rest of you are all in the in that sort of main chamber with all of the dead bodies, the dead goblins, and the 2 family members.
Is the goblin I left there gone? We're still there.
Goblin left there. Oh, you left one unconscious, didn't you?
Yeah, he was not.
That's a good question.
He was
So-
majorly knocked out, though.
Yes, he was majorly knocked out. Yes, the goblin is still there.
Is he still knocked out?
Yeah, he's got a big old lump on his head and he's snoring loudly over by the
Okay,
furnace.
I'm gonna let him.
Sorry, he's in the pile of bodies. Okay, you let
You're
him be.
gonna let him be?
Yeah, I don't care.
You
True to
realize
crime.
one of those things murdered a dog and a father, and then started eating the father.
Not that one.
Coup de grime or haul him off to the jail. Don't leave him there.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Asher folds his
Asher's
arms and
doing-
turns around.
Doing nothing. All right. I'll take him to the jail since we're going that way anyway. So I think the temple's past the jail, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I will tie him up and I will carry him fireman style over my shoulder.
Just kind of throw him over your shoulder.
And carry him along with us. And so
are you
we'll
doing
leave
with
the,
the
but
other
we're gonna
two
leave the other
bodies?
one here, right? The brother and the father. We're gonna try and carry those back too.
No, I was going to leave them here. I was going to ask Ameiko what she'd like to do.
I guess I should do a burial. Let's leave them here for now. I can talk to Father Xanthus about something. Maybe we can work something out.
All right.
And maybe
sir?
we should talk to. Have you already spoken with the captain of the guard?
No. That's where we're headed next, I think.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
Okay. We'll head to the sheriff, then to the church, then finally to bed.
Okay.
I'll say, and we'll start on that agenda.
All right. So you head. First to the sheriff.
Is the church gonna even be open at this time of night?
A
Always
lot of the
open.
acolytes kind of live there, so there's usually at least one
We'll
person.
just beat on the door until somebody comes out for us.
Yeah. So start with the you go to Sheriff Hemlock first.
Yep.
He is there in the barracks. Looks like he's going through a bunch of different papers as you enter. He looks up at you. There you are. I've got some leads on this half elf that you were talking about. He's looking through his papers. There was a Gillian Gale, and he's just sort of looking through a few different names. Sorry. Oh, do you look like
We already found him. He might be dead already. Things happened.
He offed himself rather than be captured.
Oh. Well, he sets down the stack of papers.
Also, and at this point, Greshy will replace the papers with a unconscious goblin that he'll just kind of toss on the desk for him. Found one. Thought you might like to add it to your collection.
Certainly. And he looks up. Charles, get in here. And a soldier looks like he could be a Charles walks in. Just throw this one in the brig.
Charles-ish kind of good person.
Yeah, he picks up the goblin and yes, sir, and carries him off to the prison in the back.
Charles the Brown.
Yes.
Okay.
Happens to have this odd stripe across his chest. Oh yeah.
Yes, he's most likely voted most Charlesy by the chat. Yeah, so you tell them about what happened in the glassworks.
Where to start? You've got an invasion of 300 goblins heading your way in the near future.
Oh, aye, small things.
Okay, I assume we'll summarize it. You don't need to go through the exact details. But you give him the gist of what was going on. That there's another invasion coming.
Invasion coming. There's tunnels connecting with at least one point in the city, possibly more. And the other key point he needs to know was, help me out here. There was another thing about the involvement of
a closet.
Yeah, there's a demon, a bugbear, and the priestess, the priest's daughter from before.
Right.
So there's a big conspiracy. There's an organization.
That's was it Nualia or Walia? I have it in here. With the question Nualia. So we have it in here that this Nualia person may be involved, and maybe behind the
Nualia. Truly,
corpse being stolen.
She lives?
Yes. Apparently.
In some form.
Seems to be at least in part behind all of this as well, because of course, couldn't be so easy as to be one bastard. It's got to be several.
Well, I'm quite concerned if there's tunnels beneath the city. Closet, a bugbear. This all sounds like a bit much for my guard. Well, after you've told him this story,
there might be enough time to call for reinforcements.
That was exactly what I was thinking. Perhaps I should make a trip down to Magnamar. They should be able to supply us with extra men for the time being. Would you all mind staying in town for maybe a few more days, make sure everything's safe while I go find some more soldiers? Or good watchmen?
Sure. I don't really have any place I need to go, so...
I think we'll be in town, but we won't be idle. We intend to keep hunting the group behind this.
He nods. That sounds like a good idea to me. What about these tunnels that you mentioned? They're below the glassworks?
They're dug out of the basement.
That's at least one entry point. Feel like there was implied to be more than one in the notes here. Here, I'll show him the journal. Leave that with him, probably.
Yeah, we only briefly explored.
Yeah, you leave him the notes. All right. Well, I'll see if I can post a few guards at the tunnels. Maybe they can make sure nothing comes out. If you wouldn't mind, maybe you could search those first when you get a chance. Make sure there aren't any goblins already lying in wait.
Definitely.
Well, there's no goblins, but there's this, and I hold up the head that I had.
Gods, Desna B, what on earth is that?
I don't know. I was hoping you would know, or someone would know. That's all I have to-
Ameiko chimes in. We found this creature down in the tunnels. Extremely concerned expression passes his face. Well, I think I might need to get more guards than I thought. If these are below Sandpoint. Alright, well, I'd better pack my bags and go tonight then. Perhaps I should rush the journey.
Shall we leave the head with him so he can take it with him to Magmar? No.
I want to know what the
Get rid
head
of that thing.
If he takes it with him,
We'll ask the priest first, at least so we can get an idea of what we're dealing with, and then
Just show it to everyone in town. What is this?
maybe not
Little kid.
everyone.
I could take it with me to Magnamar. Maybe somebody there would know something.
Well, why don't you get packed up then and come with us to the church? We'll see what they have to say. Then we know what you're all dealing with, and you'll know what you need to bring back as far as forces go. It's just a quick trip. We're on our way.
Sure. Why don't I follow you now, and then we'll figure out the rest later.
Sure.
Okay.
This
So
gang is just getting bigger.
yep, you've now recruited. Captain Baylor Hemlock has joined the party, and there's like a little jingle.
See, this is it's a Fire Emblem jingle because we.
Yeah, you walk the block to the next place, and you get the Sheriff Baylor Hemlock has left the party jingle as he steps off to the side, and you can talk to him again, like another NPC.
This again.
I'm joking. You guys all go inside the cathedral. There's currently just one acolyte, who seems to be just reading near the altar. There's two people here currently just in the pews, just sitting in silence thinking. They kind of turn and look at you as you come in.
I have to go up to this poor guy and ask what this head is.
Do it. Just
I'm
hold
just
it
gonna
out
go
and be like,
the acolyte or one of the parishioners.
Ash is just
So-
asking everyone he sees, like, what is this? Do you know what this is?
Okay, so you make your way over to the altar and just kind of plop the head down
Yeah, like,
on it. The acolyte looks up. What? Oh, what in Desna's name is that?
I don't know. I was hoping you would know what it was. Or Father Xantus.
Well, apparently this guy just rolled a natural 20 on this skill check. To know what this thing
somebody
is,
does at least.
which is like the only chance he had. Is that a sin spawn?
You've heard of it. Is it?
Yes, I've only read about them in stories. Those haven't been seen for a long time.
Maybe he could fetch the book for us along with
Yeah.
Father Xantus.
To read about it.
Best to wake the.
Sorry, I don't remember what book I read it in. It was a very long time ago. Something on ancient Thessalonian lore. It's something from those times, I think.
What did they do? Did they do anything?
If you want Thessalonian lore, your best bet is to talk to Broderick Quink. He lives in a shack over by the Old Light. You all, if you've been in town for more than a week, you've seen the Old Light. It's a big, what looks like a lighthouse, an old ruined stone lighthouse to the north of, just outside of town.
Okay.
Can you actually see it in... if I
This fancy
rotate-
picture?
Yeah, it's, there. This thing. In my art on the stream. It's this old ruined lighthouse. Yeah, there it is. Behind me. Here. Old ruined looking lighthouse. There's debate as to what it actually was. Eons ago, but it's from Thessalonian times, and it's just been here in the city ever, like, since it was made. Just an old ruin.
Cool.
Neat. Well,
Yeah, Quink lives in a shack over by the old light. You could certainly ask him about it if he's. I think he's doing some kind of research on Thessalonian lore or some such. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of a help.
No, that was very helpful.
gave us something to go on.
The head.
Would you mind
Okay, so Asher
Waking-
takes the head back.
would you mind waking up Father Xantus? We need to speak with him immediately. There's been some terrible deeds done tonight.
And
It wasn't
He
us, I
looks-
promise.
he looks to Sheriff Hemlock, who's there with you, and Hemlock nods. Please go wake him. And the acolyte nods as well and runs off to go find Xantus. Some moments later, like 10 minutes later, Xantus comes strolling in. He's wearing kind of simpler robes. He's got
During
kind of bags under his eyes. He looks pretty tired.
During that time, I'll try to usher the parishioners outside.
Okay.
So we can have a
Yeah, give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to scare them.
No,
Oh, I
diplomacy.
can hold up the head.
Diplomacy is definitely what I was going for there. And we have a natural 1. I've probably just made them more curious.
Total of 8 at least.
Total of 8.
Okay, you try to usher the two people
Not feeling
out.
very diplomatic today. It must be this rage virus.
Yeah, you try to usher these two parishioners out, and they're pretty hesitant at first, and you kind of have to do a little bit more pushing. Eventually, they get up and make their way out. But as you're walking back over to the group, you can see them standing just outside the door. Like the doors to the cathedral haven't closed. They're just both kind of like peeking in.
I'm like trying to be gentle to them, but they can see that I'm like seething with this unnatural and like, please go outside.
That was diplomacy, huh?
Oh yeah, when is that supposed to wear off? I guess.
Probably by now, hopefully.
Was he like throwing this head around?
No, I think it'll wear off over time. But not now. It's still you still just have these raffle images in your head. It's very distracting.
All right.
Fun.
Okay, but you have Father Xantus here. Yes. What is it? It's quite late, but I assume it must be quite urgent if all of you are here.
Well, we found out what all this has been about. It's not pretty.
Truly. Perhaps I should sit. And he makes his way over to a bench and sits down, and you all sit near him, or stand, or you form a
I will
circle,
stand.
a talking circle. And you explain to him. You can summarize for me.
Does the name Malfeshnikor ring any bells? Malfeshnikor.
Sounds like a demon or devil's name to me. Not aware of any such person.
Seems the daughter of the nobleman, or the former cleric, has decided to summon this demon into the village and also turn herself into a demon to rid herself of her celestial heritage, which she hates so much.
His expression grows sadder. So
She is
she does
indeed
live.
alive, as we suspected.
But she's tortured enough to turn to demons. This is a sorry state. He shakes his head. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, we need to fortify the town's defenses, figure out some way to disrupt her ritual. Find our way to the Thistletop Shrine, where at least part of the ritual was performed, and perhaps more will be. Explore the tunnels. It's a lot on our plates. So,
Well, I'm afraid I can't do most of those things, but
any assistance
should
you can give would be.
should you need any healing, I'm happy to assist.
Yeah, right now, actually. That's now that you mention it.
Okay. Yes. He waves to the acolyte who's right next to him. Sorry, I don't have my things here. Please, Gerald, would you mind? And Gerald nods and says, yes, sorry, and gives you some healing juice. You get 16 points of healing.
Oh, boom.
Dang. Fancy healer.
Now that I think of it, we also need to try to keep the townsfolk from panicking. That sort of thing.
Well, that's certainly something we can try to assist with.
So Asher, do us a favor and don't be waving the head around as you walk around.
Well, now we know what the head is, so I don't
Just-
have to do that.
Okay, just saying.
I will be holding it.
It is not a
Out of
torch.
character, he will just be holding the
Yeah, it's just still tucked in under his shoulder.
All Greshy asked was you
Or
didn't
his
wave
arm.
it around, and holding it is not waving it around. It'll be fine.
I'll pretend
ask
it's a
questions.
puppet. A really
Maybe you should
puppet.
put it in a bag or something.
I don't
I'm
have a bag.
Gerald, please go find him a bag. And Gerald, right away, sir. Or right away, father. And goes running off to go find a burlap sack for you to
No one likes
stuff the
this head.
head in.
Free bag. There you go.
Yeah, free bag.
Surely what you were looking for this whole time.
I was gonna be like, is there a big jar somewhere I can put it in?
Well, what I was going to say is that if there was anything else that the town can offer us to help us with hunting these things down, information, supplies, that sort of thing, be useful. Not going to deny it.
I'll ask around, and I can't guarantee much.
Not asking for a guarantee, just consideration.
Did I miss anything
Um,
else?
The Sheriff Hemlock will speak up and mention to Xanthus that he's planning on leaving town tonight to go acquire some more guards, to which Xanthus agrees is probably a good idea. And then Hemlock turns to you all. I don't know when she'll come around again, but hopefully Shalelu Andosana might be in the area. She's a local ranger. She's done a lot of fighting with the goblin tribes for as long as I can remember. Perhaps she could offer you some aid as well. Maybe she knows something or seen something.
Wouldn't hurt.
It's
We've got a lead on where they might be, but again, the more information, the more help we can get, better we can do for saving, the town from an invasion of 300 plus goblins. Small things.
Yep. Well, Shalelu's a good friend of mine, Ameiko chimes in. Should she come by, I'll make sure that she talks to you all. But she's only here a few weeks ago. She usually only stops by once a month. Well, still, if you, maybe I'll have the guards ask around to see if she's been spotted recently. Anyway, I should get going. Good luck to you all. And Hemlock will head out.
Thanks again, Sheriff.
Best of luck to you too.
Thank you all for your service to the town. It really means a lot.
Be careful on the road.
I'll try. I'll bring a few men, but I can't spare too much. Obviously, I'll have a couple guard this the glassworks tonight. Just tell them I sent you. They should know who you are. And he
Is
bows
there anything
and
we could
leads
use
back.
to collapse the tunnel? Or do we... Nah, the guard's probably good enough.
We still may want to look around in there. So,
Mhm.
future
Okay.
problems, though. We can take a look in the morning. I'm beat. I'll be real.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, Greshy needs to sleep.
Greshy could use a bit of sleep.
Ameiko stretches out and yawns too. Well, if you guys want a drink or two, I guess you guys have those tickets, but
Oh, we've been bringing kegs by, so. I mean,
if
we can
you
use
wouldn't mind a few drinks, I could use one before we turn in.
that's fair.
What time is it?
It's a bit past midnight.
Okay.
It's
By
probably
this point-
it's probably like 1 or 2 in the morning, maybe 3.
It's pretty late, but
If
I mean,
it was 4, I was like, I'm gonna go see the lighthouse. I'm gonna go wake
just
him
gonna
up.
go by myself and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock with the head on the door,
Oh lord.
but not at 2 a.m. I'm
Okay,
But 2 a.m. 's
Steve in
too
the
early,
chat
but
says, would you guys like to go
forward.
get hammered with Ameiko?
Let's go get
Yeah,
hammered with
let's go.
Amiko.
Yeah, we'll go get hammered with the Mako. It just means I'm gonna be sleeping in late tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Not Ash.
All right, so you guys return to the Rusty Dragon, where you don't get too hammered. It is pretty late, so you just have a few drinks and talk a bit more. Ameiko, in addition to letting you keep the gold and silver dust that you found, says that she's willing to put you up in the inn indefinitely. You
very
always
nice
have
of
a
her.
home here. Free food, free drinks, whatever you want. You guys, without you, I literally wouldn't be here. And Bethana has been serving drinks and things this whole time, and thank you so much. I don't know how we'll ever fully repay you ever.
Just sorry we couldn't save the rest of the family.
It's Mako just kind of has a forlorn glance. I guess I don't know if they could have been saved. It seems like both of them were just
Jackasses.
jackasses indeed. And she raises a glass and toast.
Cheers to jackasses.
Cheers to jackasses, and clink of the glasses, and that is where we will end the session for tonight. Whew. Thank
Finally
you,
come back up
everybody,
good
for
stuff.
playing.
Sin spawn. That's fun. That's
Yep.
gonna be good.
Cool. Well, that has been another episode of Third Action. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had fun running it, so
Oh yeah.
next time we shall continue. Hopefully I'll have my Pathfinder 2 books by then.
Fingers crossed.
But as per usual, you can find us every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/thirdaction. You can also find us on YouTube, the podcast stuff, the Twitters, the Facebook, which I now actually update. Give us some likes, give us some follows. We need those Twitch followers, so if you want to give us a follow on Twitch, that'd be great. Thanks, we love you. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm tired.
It's
Have a
fair.
good night, everybody.
See you next time.
Good night.
Good night.